Popping in here just a little early, I apologize. But you can see I'm from the car, and you can also see the signal's kind of crummy. So hopefully we're going to be doing fine for Coffee Talk today. But I'm popping in early because it's my son's run over at his elementary school. So, like I always tell you, real life is more important. And so, because of that, we'll do coffee talk. I figure we'll shift it 15 minutes early. That'll allow me to get into the school in enough time to go do that thing. But we're running coffee talk out of Wesh today, nerd wise, because you can see my signal's crummy, but the rest of Coffee Talk should be nice and high quality. Just my remote feed won't necessarily be perfect. But man, look how pretty that is. That's a live look from a WeatherStem camera over in Daytona Beach. Of course, the world's most famous beach, playing host to all kinds of race events these next couple of days. And to say that there's some concern, I think, is an accurate statement. Here's a look in on our first warning live Doppler radar. I can clearly tell that radar needs to get tweaked, but I'm not going to do that this morning. I'm in the car, and I'm just kind of trying to make it through. And it's not like there's going to be a bunch of rainfall today. Today's actually looking to be a pretty nice day. Temperature-wise, take a look. It is 59 degrees in Orlando. It's 53 degrees in Ocala. We're sitting at about 55 DeLand and 56 degrees in Titusville. So it's a good looking day today. Forecast over the next 12 hours looking like a pretty good one as well. If you're out and about today, lots of cloud cover this morning for sure. That much we know. Temperatures today are going to climb. It's not going to be the chilly setup like it is this morning. Here's a look, okay? 76 degrees by 1 o'clock this afternoon, 78 degrees by 3 p.m. And through tonight, kind of staying nice and mild. Again, you'll notice though, the clouds are going to be with us. It's going to be a warmer than average forecast because of that southwest wind running about 10 to 15 miles an hour. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all, really. Looks like a pretty nice one. Terry, good morning to you. How are you? Debbie's asking, looking like it will be nice here today in New Smyrna Beach. It's going to be nice all over Central Florida. Today's going to be a mostly dry day, which is never a bad thing, right? We know that the forecast is going to get a little less desirable this weekend. So let's just enjoy what we've got, right? 78 today, a high temperature in Orlando, about 78 in DeLand, 74 degrees in Palm Coast, excuse me, and 77 degrees in Melbourne. So yeah, I mean, it's looking really, really nice, looking like a really nice forecast today. Weather is going to be dry today, but of course, we know that that's not going to stay looking ahead to this weekend. So let's just chat about it. This weekend, storm system is moving into Central Florida. And as it does so, you're looking at widespread rainfall. Okay. You're looking at widespread rainfall for Saturday and Sunday. And it's wanting, at least it's starting to want to look like a bit of a washout, which is, not really the best news. It's President's Day, so it's a holiday weekend. But there's also so many events in Central Florida, right? We know we've got the races. So let's just take a minute and let's eyeball. These have been updated, and I think that this is probably what I would have done a couple of days ago, not judging anybody for not, tweaking whatever they want to tweak. Today's forecast, not a big problem. The fresh from Florida 250, you're looking good. Saturday, Saturday, not looking good. Sunday, not looking good. Yeah, we've got some real rains moving our direction. Kimberly says, "Dang it, I had plans for Disney Saturday." I know. I know. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. It's going to rain this weekend. Sorry. So what's going on? Let's talk about this weather pattern, okay? Uh by tomorrow morning there's going to be a front over us. And as a matter of fact, let's just do this. Let's illustrate where we're at right now. Well, looks like a little piper going right over. Love that. All right. So here's the southeast satellite and radar, and you're already seeing over Texas moisture developing. It's going to be that swath of moisture that's going to be working our direction. Look north of Dallas there. See that area of low pressure in that cold front? It's going to be that cold front that grabs the moisture over Texas and brings it our direction. Okay. So looking at the overall forecast, we're good today. We've got the clouds, but by tomorrow morning, that front will already be here. We'll already have some of that moisture moving in. And through the day tomorrow, it's just cloudy and wet. And then another storm system, the actual area of low pressure, thrusts itself over top of us looking ahead at Sunday morning. And that's when we're going to, position it out, time it all out, and of course, kind of deal with the repercussions of it. But that's where we're getting this, fortunately, this wet forecast. So tonight, couple of clouds for the fresh from Florida 250. You're looking at temperatures in the 60s, lower 70s, but into the 60s. So that's a good looking forecast there, right? This is where it's not a good looking forecast. Where is it? That's not the one I'm looking for. Oh my God, Burris. There it is. Wait. I'm over it. Here we are. Okay, this is the not good looking forecast. The United Rentals 300. Cloudy. I have significant concern about this race getting going. It just doesn't look like it. And then for the Daytona 500, I have concern for this race. Widespread showers, then little by little clearing. So now we know we're in the range for Futurecast. All right. So let's dial up Futurecast and let's kind of time this all out. So here we are. This is this morning, and I know I'm a little early. Bear with me, people. But there's this morning, and we're looking pretty good. All right. Let's roll through time here. I don't know why my keyboard isn't working, so let's try this. There we go. Maybe? Cool. So the keyboard's not working, so I've got to use the mouse for all my controls. All right. So through today, we're looking fine. We're looking beautiful. It's looking like a nice Friday. Notice there's late. That's 11:30 night. We're starting to see some of those showers sneaking into our picture. When I see it tomorrow morning for West to New Sunrise, what a difference, right? We're going to start using the radar, which also means, by the way, I'm working today, so I'll probably at some point today have to tweak the radar and get it, to be looking good. But by tomorrow morning, Futurecast is showing those showers already sneaking in, okay? All right, from tomorrow morning through tomorrow midday, look at the wide swath of rain. So you're asking, like, is this looking like a washout of a Saturday? Thankfully, we're not talking about intense thunderstorms, but very clearly Futurecast is dialing up plenty of rains. So I would say we're in the vicinity of a washout. Yeah. We're kind of looking in that direction. Right? Hey, Frankie, good morning. How's it feel to be a little older? Alicia's asking, how does it look tomorrow trackside? We are literally talking about that right now. So yeah, doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. Sorry about that. All right, so that's 1 o'clock. You very clearly see lots of rain tomorrow. Trackside, Orlando City side, theme park side, yeah. 5 p.m. dinner time, same idea. Into the evening, same idea. This is where that low crosses. Now, for the moment, it doesn't look like we're talking about any intense thunderstorms, just good, steady, heavy rainfall. There's 6:30, 7 a.m. rains. And remember, and I'm going to depend on my NASCAR huge, like, super fan friends, but like NASCAR super fan friends. How long does it take to dry the track? Because as far as I'm concerned, this does not look good, right? That's the 8 a.m. Futurecast look on Sunday morning. All right, let's continue on. There's 11:30. You see that clearing starting to take place. And by 4:30, it's starting, and that's where it gets to be so tough. Because even if it's lightly showering at 3:30, you would still have a wet track, right? And thus, okay, so Nick says an hour and a half to 2 hours time, right? So like if that's 3:30 and it's lightly showering, and then thereafter, shortly thereafter, right? We clear it out a little bit. And the exact positioning of this rain, no rain line is awful close to Daytona Beach. So Oh man, that's going to be a really, really tough forecast. That's the only way I could put it is it's going to be a tough forecast. John says 2.5 hours without any sun. Yeah, I didn't even think about the sun element, right? So that 500 forecast. Look, I mean, go, have a good time, be with your friends, all of that stuff. But it's just not. It's not what we want. All right. So there you go. There's your President's Day weekend forecast. There'll be a few lingering showers into President's Day itself. But I think that out of the entire weekend, President's Day itself will be the better of the weekend days. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. I will tell you, by the way, I got Jeremy's information on the hurricane forecast. I got to share this with you all. So we're looking at, local forecast, and certainly that's very, very important. But while I'm doing this, I'm also very much hard at work on my hurricane forecast, which I'm issuing in just a few less than 15 days from now. And Jeremy gave me his parts of the weather pattern last night. I was sleeping. I woke up and it was the exact parts of the pattern I picked. There were no variations, which I just laughed so much. I laughed. There are three main parts of the pattern this hurricane season. Excuse me. So I just laughed. Usually we'll have like one or two that we pick out that's a little different, and then we kind of have to figure out, to include it, to not include it, what have you. But we were identical in what we did and how we did it. So I did have to laugh at that. So again, shameless plug, March the 1st, we'll get the hurricane season forecast out. Yeah. Yep. Too funny, right? Probably going to be a triple header on Monday. I don't know, Shauna. I'm not. It's not that I'm not a NASCAR fan. I never got into NASCAR, so I don't know the rules and the regulations on kind of what they do, how they do it. So yeah, I really I have no idea, but we'll follow it certainly. Carol says we need some of this pollen out, dude. I am dying, like straight up. My allergies are slamming me. Pollen forecast, by the way, I think that we should be able to clear things out a little bit for, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But the problem too is that once we dry out after this kind of storm system move through, it's just going to spark up more pollen and more allergens in the air. So it's going to be difficult. But look, not only is it going to be rainy this weekend, but let's make sure we're also aware it's going to be chilly. High temperature on Sunday sits at like 60 degrees. So not only is it chilly, it's rainy. It's rainy, it's chilly, it's crappy. I mean, that's just where we're at. Catherine says, love seeing all the new growth in the oak trees and the sun shines so bright mid-afternoon to when the sun sets. I love it too. But my nose is not very happy. So yeah, there's that. Excuse me. Warren, good morning to you. Debbie says NASCAR's changed the rules over the years. Watch to watch. Pick a car and cheer for that one with your kids. Yeah, yeah. I need to, my kids just want to be on the move so often. If I could ever get them to calm the heck down for a minute, I feel like it would be perfect. Michelle, good morning. Evelyn, the pollen is killing me, dude. This is. Yep, not loving it. Not loving it. To anybody that's just joining, I'm hopping on a little early today so that I can finish a little early today because I'm at my son's elementary school. He's got like a little run thing. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun to do. But as I always tell you, real life is more important than coffee talk. So I'm taking my own advice, doing the coffee talk a little early, and then we'll go do our thing. All right. How much rain would Dunellen get? All right. So yeah, Flonase. I need to do something, Christy. I don't have anything in the car, do I? No. Nope. I have peanut butter crackers in the car. Anybody want any peanut butter crackers? All right. Let's see here. As far as rainfall goes, here's a look of where the two global models are showing for us through the weekend. GFS, definitely the wetter of the two models, right? GFS trying to say widespread 2 to 3 with isolated 3 to 5. And then you've got, the Euro kind of saying 1 to 2. I think either way, no matter which model, I think 1 to 2 with isolated more is probably a pretty good guess. I mean, I'd say I would probably lean on the higher side, just knowing the dynamics of this atmosphere. Yeah. Jenny says, took today off to do absolutely nothing. Pretty excited. I love that. I love that. Oh, Tim says I'm a great dad. Thank you, buddy. Andrew, there's already a plan in place for ARCA and Xfinity races on Saturday, 9 a.m. for ARCA and Xfinity shortly after on Monday, if they have to postpone. Thank you. See, these are things I just would never know about. So I appreciate that. Yeah. Robin, I love running in 48 degrees. There's that. Scott, what's up, big buddy? How are you? Christy says Walgreens, Walmart, Flonase, once a day, every day. Take a break from it. In 3 months, you'll be good to go. Sign your local RN. Christy, see, I need that. I need that in my life. Flonase, you got it. You got it. Yep. Need to do something. I need to do something. Sonia says, I have a prescription for Zyrtec and Flonase. Allergy season is brutal. Are Zyrtec and Flonase are over the counter? Are you just trying to be silly? Silly, I can appreciate that. Rosebud, I've always preferred the Euro forecast. I think that they're both great and they're both terrible. They have their moments. It's kind of like all of us. We all have our moments of being good. That's all. That's all. I think one thing that's not good right now is those darn seasonal allergies. So, yeah. All right. So, for those just joining, let's redial up the future cast together here. We did this a little bit ago, but I understand I came on a little early, so let's make sure. Let's get through the old coffee talk future cast. So through the day, lots of clouds, nothing more than that. We're doing fine. But notice overnight tonight and tomorrow morning, we're starting to see those showers. And then through tomorrow morning, like when we see each other, let me just back this up for a second. When we see each other for coffee talk tomorrow morning, it's going to be raining in several spots around Central Florida. Okay? Got it. All right. So from there, 8:30, 9, 10, 11, right? Like widespread rains around Central Florida. Getting into the afternoon, getting into the evening even. More and more rains sneaking through Central Florida. Then overnight into Sunday morning. Look at how heavy it is. Early morning heavy rain, continuing to be pretty heavy through 8, 9 o'clock. I think we're going to be talking about pouring rains for coffee talk on Sunday. Then we get to about lunchtime, and you kind of see how. Look at that, though. I mean, 1 o'clock. One thing that just noticed from here: 1 o'clock, Daytona Beach. Pouring rain south, but light rain starting for Daytona Beach, and then thereafter, notice how 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it starts to let up, and that continues 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So that's the struggle, is like we know that during the race time, things are going to be improving. Right? And you can see that. Widespread showers, scattered rain, and then lingering rain, right? Like we're tapering it off. It's just a matter of exact timing of the rain. When exactly does it start to fade? That sort of thing. So that's what we're going to have to iron out over the next few days' time, right? That's where it gets to be tough. Melissa says, I have about a 1/2 inch of pollen covering my solar panels. Yeah, mine are dirty too. We had that hailstorm a couple of weeks ago, and my neighbor Alec flew his drone to check to make sure all the panels were good, and they are, but they're dirty as can be. So at some point, I guess I'll have to get that cleaned up. Good times. It's always something. It's always something. Yeah. What about misty rain once the main stuff clears? Yeah, that's the way that'll go. It'll lighten up and lighten up. Yeah, that kind of thing. Frank says, so by the end of my open house on Sunday, it should be lightening up. Yeah, I would think for you. Yep. I would think so. Right? Yeah. So yeah, it's not going to be a great weekend. Yeah. Unfortunately. Won't the heavy rain wash away the pollen on solar? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I've never cleaned my solar panels, and I've had them up there for a few years. So there's that. Yeah. Eric Burst meteorologist, before you know it will be hurricane season. Right. Well, Christian, exactly. And my hurricane forecast is set to be released within the next couple of weeks. So I'm putting all the finishing touches on the data. Brian's asking what events is Eric running in. His school has like a run-a-thon, a run fest, something like that. I don't know. The whole school's doing some running today, so he's in kindergarten, so it's he's early, which is good because I'm going out to the Orlando Science Center to broadcast for WESH 2 News at noon. So if anybody is with kids, and you're looking for something to do today, I'm going to be hanging around the Science Center, loitering, doing my thing there. So we can do our thing together. Yeah. What is Campeche? So Diana, we use Campeche for a drinking game for coffee. So a Campeche to you. Rosebud pollen is pretty sticky, hard to wash off my car. Well, and to that point, I would imagine it's probably pretty sticky to wash off of my solar panels as well. Yeah. Diane says, Boosterthon. My kids did that at their schools. Yeah, something like that. Kindergarten, it's a big deal. Run, literally run. Oh, I'll take the pictures. Yeah. Yep. So, any other questions, comments, concerns, anything? It's funny. I'm sitting in the school parking lot, and people have got to be wonder. I mean, they're not wondering who this guy is sitting in his car talking because people do that all the time. Um, Talking on cell phones or not. But all these people looking in have no idea that I'm like hanging out doing a live broadcast to several hundred friends. Yeah. What exactly is Campeche? Cindy says it's also a bay in the Gulf, hotspot for tropical development, but the drinking game is more fun. Exactly, there's that. Andrew, do you happen to make those long range calendars that you made last year? I'm coming down on vacation during Easter time and would have an idea of what to expect. I haven't yet, but I can. Now that I'm kind of done with the hurricane forecast, I could start trying to work on that a little bit. Yeah. When am I going to be at the Science Center? The new news is at noon. I think I'm getting there at like 11. So, but setting up and stuff. But I'm broadcasting live at noon today. Yeah. As long as you're not in a white creeper van, you should be good. I mean, my car is white, but it's not a creeper van. There's that. You need the coffee talk decal in your car. I don't want anybody to know who I am. Not that I'm anything special, but I don't want people like knocking on the window, like, "Hey, can I be on coffee talk?" Nobody wants my autograph. Yeah. Brad says, so this low pressure goes into southwest Florida and crosses the state and exits the southeast coast. There are some of your highlighted areas for hurricane season. Brad, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong, Brad. Have I already drawn out my first draft? Yes. Is what you said probably included in that? Perhaps. I'll show you my first draft image. See, my connectivity, my cell phone connectivity is not great, so this may be blurry. Here's draft one. See what it says draft one? Oh my gosh, there's red on that screen. What? Tee There you go. Oh my gosh, y'all don't want my autograph. There's nothing. I'm nothing special. Literally, I'm just a dad trying to do the dad thing today. Nothing special. But thank you for being sweet. Boy, Rosebud. A few weeks he'll be releasing his hurricane. Exactly. I'll be releasing the hurricane season forecast in just a few weeks. Yep. Lori, you're such a tease. Hey, that's TV, baby. That's the way it goes. I didn't get an autograph, but I got a hug. Hey, to me, a hug is more intimate than an autograph. I hate autograph. I'm glad that I am entering into the television world 20 years ago when autographs are not like less and less a thing. When I was in West Palm, I did autograph signings at like the fair, and it was just the most uncomfortable situation. It's like, y'all know I'm not famous, right? Yeah, but you do the weather. You're not going to put this up on your wall, you know? I'm not like Wayne Gretzky. I'm not Michael Jordan. Like, you know? Anyway, I digress. Yes, still heading to Huntsville. And I'm going to be in Huntsville for the day of the forecast release. But I'm taping an interview with Sonica Dongay that'll air. So like if you're watching West 2 News on CW18 at 9 a.m., you'll think I'm in Orlando because I'm taping an interview with Sonica. But anyway, you know, Rosebud, I'd rather have a hug. Me too. Me too. Yeah. Would a selfie be acceptable with the hug? Christy, absolutely. That's totally good. I'm good with that. I'm always good with that. Oh boy, my brother says I would get a handshake instead of an autograph. Yeah, well, you give me noogies, so like you're on a whole other level of things, you know? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Noogies. Thank you. You're so special to us, Jerry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kelly says, whatever, I have your autograph. It's not framed. That's only reserved for Tony and Jim. Very acceptable. I accept that. I accept that. Totally, totally, totally accept that. Not just you. Oh, you noogies to everybody, do you? There you go. Yeah, my allergies are I'm wrecked from allergies. Yeah, that's what siblings are for. Being annoying. He hasn't given me a noogie in like 20, 25 years. So at least he grew out of that like I'm going to be mean to my kid brother phase. And I grew up too, you know. Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? It's gonna be fun. I look forward to watching my little guy run. I look forward to getting this. You know, every year it's like so much work goes into the hurricane forecast. I'm ready to get it done. Yeah. Your autograph was right on your eye, so it kind of makes you look like a pirate. You're Pirate Eric. I've been called worse. I've definitely been called worse. Yeah, I've definitely been called worse by most people, I would think. Yeah. So I'd say that I got the framework of the web article done. I need to work on finalizing the graphics for the hurricane forecast, and then we go to town. We go to town. So yeah, March the 1st. I'm ready to get. I would say, I'm ready to finish my elements for it. Yeah. All right, people. Cloudy today, but have indoor plans this weekend. I'll be at the Science Center today, broadcasting live for West 2 News at noon. So if you're at the Science Center by chance, come by and say hello. I have no idea where at the Science Center I'll be, and then yeah, this weekend is Spark STEM Fest. So if you're looking for indoor things to do with your family, that's always a good one. And we'll be watching and tweaking the forecast as is needed. Sound good? All right, listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you all for sticking with me as I broadcast live from the car, and like the signal is kind of crappy. But that's why I'm broadcasting it out of Wesh today. That way you get the graphics are fully HD. The lower third is fully HD. I'm just not. Oh well. All right. Be good, you all. I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye.